Okay, back to the Blue Bloods. The last of my clients came in today, so unless anyone walks in or I get interrupted by family or phone calls, I can get another episode out. So we'll load it up and we'll see what happens here. If I remember correctly, I got my first few seasons of corn in. Food was looking good. I was just waiting for the population to grow. School was reactivated. Yes. Tools are at max. Clothing I'm working on. Sound doesn't seem to be overpowering the system, so that's good. It's just going to be a long time before I can have adults again, because I have them back in school. So we'll see how this works. Since school is open, I have one student, reopened I should say. I have one student, one teacher, so I got to get another teacher in there. Three farmers seems to be working that field just fine. Normally it's 4 for a 15 by 15. You can hear the rain. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. Late summer, or late spring, 74 degrees. What do we got here? 983 firewood, 307 iron ore. Yeah, everything looks good. Looks good so far. Like I said, it's just now a matter of waiting for kids to graduate from school. Really got to get that education level back up. 24% of the population is educated. Currently have 13 homes on 11 families. I do have more homes scheduled to be built, but I don't have a builder at the moment. And there's the trader. Sheep, I'll pass. Because I got corn, I can make domesticated animals, but I can't do that until I have the population to do it. Got to get these 3 built, but in the winter time when the crop is empty, they come down here and cut the trees and get the stone, and it'll take many years for them to clear that out. So not really hard pressed for it at the moment. And the original mom and dad getting up in years. Empty house. Alright, so she's at 35, so she can no longer produce any more kids. Interesting age gap there, but okay. You guys can continue to produce kids. I believe this is father and daughter, but it'll be interesting to see because this is the Blue Bloods. There's our barn. 10 and 8. 17 and 12. 21 and 17 if they're first child. Empty. 7 and 8. Remember, before a school is built, you become an adult at age 6. When school is built, you become a student at age 6. You go to school for 9 years. So that's going to take us... I probably won't have any population growth other than babies being born, and which I see another one has been born. Other than babies being born, I'm not going to have any laborers until probably the next video. As long as my food holds good, I should be fine. It's just going to be a long time without any additional population growth for adults. So no one is allowed to die during childbirth, or, as we've seen in the last episode, get trampled by a boar. So, let's see. Fishermen, how much are you producing? Wow, 1,000. Honey, 621. And I have another honey hive here. Good, good. You're catching frogs. 308, that sounds about right. This should be the standard 1140. A little bit lower, but that's okay. I know, OCD is kicking in. Not straight. Drives me nuts. Rock melon, carrots, and cherries. Ooh, I can do plantations if I go with a cherry. Trying to think, what can I do with cherries? I could probably make ale out of cherries, but I don't have the population for it. But let's see if we can get it. Oh, I can, because I have the stone. Alright, so now we can make cherry trees. We shall do that as soon as we have enough people to do it with. What I said in a previous video, corn is good because then you can use the corn to create domesticated animals such as chickens and cows and sheep, which give you wool and leather and milk. Sheep will give you wool and meat on occasion. The cows will give you leather and meat on occasion, but they produce mostly milk. It's called a milk pen. And the chickens will give you eggs and feathers. But then again, you have to have the population to do it, and I don't have the population at the moment. Also, you can grind up the corn into flour, and then you can give the flour to a baker who can make cakes and breads and stuff like that. With cherries, I believe you can make ale. Yep. So, yeah, you can make cherry flavored ale instead of honey, which is good because the cherries probably come in just about as much as the honey does. But the honey is a good fallback food, so when you start going through food shortages, and that's going to drive me nuts because I can't get it to straight. When you go through food shortages, you really want the honey to be untapped, simply because it allows you to produce honey and prevent starvation. Where cherry trees take a whole year to grow, honey comes in all year long, kind of like the fish. Kind of like frog legs too. Let's see what our hunters are doing. If I can find them in this mess. There they are. Only one deer so far this year. That's horrible. There's our gatherers. The gatherers are doing alright. Late summer, year 41. Like I said, when they're not planting, the farmers will come down here and cut this row of trees out. It just might take several years to do it. Firewood's almost up to the new max I set. Tools is at their new max. Clothing, nowhere near. We switch you over. We have 2 reeds, 54 feathers. Not really. Harvest is coming in. And what do we get? About where we're supposed to be. So, yep, once the farmers are done, they go down here, like I said, and they'll start cutting trees and busting up rocks, gathering iron ore. So for the moment, I've got the food problem solved. Adults take about 1,000 units of food a year. Kids take about 600 to 700. Students take about 800 to 900. So, excuse me. So as long as we can hold that until the educated population starts coming out, no one's allowed to die. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and convert this to an orchard, since it doesn't take anything at all to do that. Yep, cherries. Orchards take 2 people. 3 technically, because crop fields technically take 4. Herdsmen take 2, at least on a 15 by 15, which from whatever I've read, 15 by 15 is the most efficient field size and orchard size, and also the pasture size for ranchers. I'll pass. Of course, we're completely out of stone because I used all the stone to buy the cherry seeds. "21 adults, 11 kids, 2 students need houses to be built." Oh, someone got married, and I didn't get an invite. What the hell? I think these 2 were already married. That's my newest child being born. Wonder if it was these 2 who got married. Could have been these 2. Hard to say. They're all related. Yep, blue bloods. That's why they're all related. Well. Okay. Like I said, I know that's Dad, because from episode 5, this person was married to another person. What was her name? I kind of laughed because this, to me, is a girl's name, but it's a boy, and the other one was a guy's name, and it was a girl. I can't remember in episode 5, but they got a divorce for whatever reason, and then his ex-wife died during childbirth, and we have no idea who the father was of that child. The child also died. So, but now that there is, yeah, okay. Like I said, game's creepy at times. Alright, corn is growing. Can't you hear it? That's an Ohio joke if you don't know. Well, a farmer joke. Alright, let's see if we can get some more lumber. No, I don't have any hardwood. Regular lumber. Good, good. I'm not going to get a livestock because I do have enough for, like I said, with the corn. If I can get another field going and stable, then I can build a granary. Or is it called a stable? Oh, it's called a stable. And the stable takes your corn and generates domesticated animals. And that's what I'll do for there. It's just, it takes a lot of people to do that. Has good returns, but just takes a lot of people. We now have 4 students and a new one is born. Oh, I'm going to put this down and mute the microphone. Good afternoon, this is Bill speaking. How can I help you? I'm good, how are you? Well, that was a phone call from a client I was not expecting, so anyways, back to here. Like I said, it's going to take a long time before we have anybody that becomes an adult. I'll end this video at year 45. And because this is split, I will have to use the movie maker to stitch them together, so I'm not sure how long this video will actually be. Crops are good. Food is holding. Firewood is good. Logs are a little short, but that's okay. It's all good because, you know, I'm taking and making lumber. Now, lumber, most of the lumber I'll end up selling, but some of it I will use for building new buildings and such. And 236 in iron ore, which means, yep, you're maxed out at the moment at 150, well, 148, so you'll pop off a couple more here. I am out of leather, and I don't have any. Well, let's do this. Let's go collect some reeds. Oh, and we got to crank that up. So let's collect some reeds so we can hopefully make some survival coats with some feathers. How many feathers do we have? Feathers. 68. Reeds. I'll have some. I got reeds here for change. You know, that infamous penny that everyone wants to get rid of. But, you know, we can't really get rid of. You are just coming all the time. Horses. No. Sorry, I'm not Canadian. I don't eat horse. Plenty of food. Logs are a little bit low. Out of stone, that's because, well, I have all the stone over here. In fact, I'm still really, really short. But when you only have 3 months to cut trees and bust rocks, you know, the trees are coming back faster than they can cut them down. And I had another child born. I got babies being born all the time. We won't mention anything, will we? Alright, so plenty of fish. My people must not like fish. They'll eat it as a last resort. I got plenty of flax. I wonder if I should just... The next crop I get shouldn't be just that, but... Because you can sell linen clothes pretty cheap, or pretty decent. Yeah. Let's go ahead and put it down. That is a flax weaver. It takes, they call it linen weaver, but it will take the flax, spin, rotate. There you go. Of course, I can't build it yet unless I take someone off of. Let's take you out, turn you off, make you a builder. Pause it for a second. I'm going to make you high priority. Ooh, iron. I forgot about that. Damn it. Okay. So go build some houses, I guess. Nope. That didn't work as planned. So let's put you back on survival coats. We should have enough reeds. Yes, we do. We should have enough feathers to at least get some more coats done. There needs to be a button to recenter your screen. Oh, sorry. Good music. And since I have nothing to do but wait. Have to wait for that educated people. "13 homes, 10 families." Excuse me. Have another phone call. Pause and... Alright, back to Banished. Might have another phone call. We'll see how that goes. "227 logs. I'm getting real low on logs. Harvest is coming in. Fish is doing awesome. Beekeeper. You're a little short, but you're uneducated. That's okay. Tools are at max. We're making some clothing. Yes, we are. Survival codes. Yeah, I got you collecting reeds at the moment. I don't want to overkill the reed production. 152. So we'll go back to food production. Let's get some turtles. Now I could put them on collecting clay, sand too, if I wanted to make glass. But again, I don't have the population to support it. But then I can put down a potter who can take the clay and turn it into pottery, and I can sell that. So, of course, if you're a regular player of Banished, you know this. If you're not, then you wouldn't know that. So, yes, OCD. Sorry. Close enough, I guess. I think I will turn off this for right now so they can go collect all of that firewood. I got 91 logs left. That's a little bit on the short side. Remember that when they max out, they go and do that. So that's now going to be like 5 people doing firewood. Hospital, I don't have a doctor in there right now. You're making alcohol because, you know, I probably have a whole bunch of alcoholics. 119. How much is in storage? 0. I have a bunch of alcoholics. Well, they're all inbred, so alcoholism just makes sense. Alright. Late winter, we're going to be going into year 44. I'm going to have to splice together a couple of different clips now because of phone calls. And there's my merchant. No, I don't want trade horses. Go away. Hey, 3 pieces of stone. I forgot with this you need iron. What was I thinking, right? Apparently you need needle and thread. Firewood is holding, and it'll probably hold for a while. But I am out of logs. Hence the reason why I turned farming off for the moment, because I had plenty of food. Get out there and cut those trees. Remind them again. These are the trees I need cut. I can do that because I have a bridge now. Yes, I know I'm low on logs. Six students and 1 teacher. Yeah, I'm going to need to get another teacher as soon as I can. We're out of feathers, so we can't make any more clothes. But I got 14 survival coats there. I'm probably got coats elsewhere. 14 leather coats, and then, or survival coats 14, and hide coats 34. So we should be fine on clothing for a while. Just need to get those logs in. I might have to go a couple of years without farming. The only thing bad about doing that, though, is when you stop farming for a couple of years, it takes a couple of years to get back up to that number, which was 1140. Somewhere in here is my hunting lodge. That explains why the food jumped up. Got a total of 4 deer. Good job, good job. Yeah, that's going to drive me nuts. It's the one thing I'm OCD about. It's got to be straight. Close enough. Looks good. Like I said, I really wish we had a home button, like H, to reset your view. But this is an older game. I don't think they'll be doing that anytime soon. Maybe someone will put it in as a mod. No, I don't need any more. No, I don't need milk cows. Go away. I'm going to turn you off for a minute too. I'm going to turn you off. You're already turned off. I'm going to turn you off anyways. Get out there and cut some trees. I'm trying to leave all the food production going, but as much as possible. Hey, someone graduated. Oh my God. I need a teacher. Simply because now we're just waiting for them to cut some trees. And of course we're about at the spring of 45 is when I'll stop this video and stitch them all together and upload them. So we're almost at the end of this video. But I'm out of logs, out of stone, out of iron. Of course, I've been out of iron since I started. But we got plenty of food. Next person that comes out of the schoolhouse is going to have to be a builder. I'm going to need houses. Yep. Gonna need houses. They must have taken the logs and putting them right into the prep for the houses. Yes. That's where all my logs are going. I'm like, where are all my logs? Okay. That explains where all my logs are going. Okay. Which we knew that was going to happen. So, alright, we're coming up on the spring of 45, which means I'll stop the video, cut it, stitch it, upload it. Ooh, let's see what we got here. Sunflower, no. Eggplant, no. Chestnut, no. Red mulberries, no. Dismiss. Although eggplant's good. And there's the spring of 45. So we'll save this under Blue Bloods. And we'll be back in a little bit. Talk to you later.